For his training, when he went to school, I paid for that, and that's what we do for everybody, and did that for the coach guy too. Mileage to the school, or that class that he did on the 2% tax increase thing. You will see a bill in there for that. I have no problem with that, because that's what we've done in the past.
So then what was he doing while he wants the mileage?
He was going to houses with Jim Gagne to find out how to assess them, and how to do that kind of thing. And whatever, it isn't something the town needed because it's all done, pretty much, so we're already up. It was done before he did this, but John told him that it would be a good idea to do it if he wanted to. He could get, some good training through Jim Gagne, who's done it for years, but it wasn't something that he had to do, so.
You had a one-time deal?
Well, it depends, I mean, I don't know that, I mean, if he keeps doing it, keep putting in invoices, I suppose it would be.
Well, it could take some time to acquire his certification, so in the meantime, how much of this training, he could go out every day
That's right.
on his own to get the knowledge.
It was just extra
So
stuff.
you have to put a cap on it somewhere, and mileage to a course, yes. I would say yes to that, but, I mean, if he goes out every day.
Just to practice.
We don't have, you don't have anything in the budget for that. You don't have it in the assessor's budget. It wasn't like I promised it to him before he started. I told him that he wouldn't be paid until he was certified. So.
And is he certified at this time?
No, he's still working on it. But he did he did give me an invoice, and like I said, I didn't put it in, I held on to it. But it's up to the board. I don't know if you want to put it through or you don't want to put it through.
I don't think we should. If we're
I
going to do that, we have to take the funds from that position. From
That was
that.
included.
And I think mileage to an actual course, that's acceptable.
And we've always done that,
Right.
so.
Yeah.
Does everybody feel the same?
Yeah.
Right.
Did you want to vote on that request?
Not to pay it or?
Right.
Okay, I need a motion to, whether we should pay or not pay the mileage.
I'll make a motion to not pay the mileage.
I'll second it.
Do we need to make a resolution or something that in the future, if something like this were to come up, they'd already delivered?
It is covered, pretty much, it has been, so it's just a matter of, we put it in anyway, so kind of thing.
Okay, we need to vote, please. Leslie?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes. Next thing on the agenda is shared service contract. Fred, this was with Plattsburgh. For you with Plattsburgh, I think you signed it. It's October 2011 to October 2016. Shared services with Plattsburgh. Is that something you want to do?
We do what we have to, we don't really go out.
Well, this is a contract they want to sign with the town, and it goes on record, so if they need to get stuff, borrow stuff, or if you need to.
Yeah, we'll sign it.
Is that what you want?
We'll do it, yeah.
And we need to, it has to be notarized, I believe.
I think you need a motion.
A motion to, you need to make this resolution. So we need a motion to sign the shared service contract with City of Plattsburgh.
I'll make the motion.
One second.
This is just with Plattsburgh.
Right.
In addition,
City
it
or town?
requires the signature of the town supervisor.
Right. And it's,
And the highway superintendent.
need a stamp too, didn't it, I think?
Basically, it would be a motion to approve the proposed shared services agreement and an authorization that the supervisor and the highway superintendent sign the agreement on behalf of the town of Altona.
Do I have a motion?
Yeah.
Someone make a motion?
Ronnie,
Okay. And a second?
Jeannie.
And a vote, please. Joey?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Leslie?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes. Number 5 on the agenda, Feinberg Park septic. The tanks are finally in. He was finishing up the leach field today. He has to hook up 3 different campers, I think one by the river and one up on the very end of the hill, and one that wasn't included up by the bathhouse. Once he has those 3 hooked up and gets them inspected, he should be done. And that would put the whole park with septic. Also, on that line, with them all having septic, I would like a resolution to raise the fees for the season from $675 to $700.
I'll make a motion to raise the fee for season.
And a vote, please. Larry?
Yes.
Leslie?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Number 6 is sidewalks. We hired somebody to come and work with the town guys on the sidewalks, but it never took place. He was busy on the house or something, he never came. I think at this point, rather than put some in and have the cement freeze, I'd rather wait and redo it in the spring with, we'll rebid it as a sidewalk repair and see if we can get them right off in the spring, working on those sidewalks. It was a nice fall. I thought we'd have them all done, but it didn't turn out. Not all. Well, what I had intended to do was from the park down on that one side of the road. We were gonna try to do that section.
So you're gonna rebid this in the spring?
I think we'll have to rebid it in the spring as sidewalk repair. Transfer station update. We're working on the short form of the secret report. We had sent it in, but they wanted some explanation, and so that's where we stand with that. I have to get that done first before he can go any farther with it.
I have that right here.
Okay.
For your signature.
Okay. Update on the Purdy Road. The Article 78 on the Purdy Road were brought to the town. We currently, we filled out the affidavits, sent them back, so it'll be a while before anything happens from that. Currently, the town has $5,013.02 invested in it. Youth Commission, a skating rink. I called Sam Lajway, talked to Jeannie today. We're trying to get people to help out to put the liner in the skating rink. We've had the liner for about 4 years now, and we never can seem to get it in. We need a little work inside. Fred, can we use like the skid steer in there to smooth it out if they need? They said post hole digger we don't have. I don't know who has that. Tractor, I think the skid steer would be better, it's small. That's got the bucket.
Back in there, but I think them all back down. They leveled it all out one storm.
Maybe it's fine. They said tractor. I don't know what they need it for, so I'll ask.
That section on the bar side is open, I think.
Is it open? It's open. I thought they said they closed it up when they painted it and everything.
No, there's a section.
Well, yeah, she goes
Screw
through
guns, impact wrench. I don't know how they're gonna do that without air compressor. But anyways, what we're trying to get this off the ground. I would say that if it goes much past this weekend, we're probably gonna be out of luck. So you got any, Joe, you were taking a look
Yeah,
at
no,
that.
I had went up on one day, I was, basically had to leave due to a phone call, but just attempting to straighten those walls out and, you know, pull them either way, and
Is that what we have to do before we can get the liner in?
it would be, yeah, it would benefit you in the long run. I mean, it's,
Mhm.
some of the walls, the bracing is, you know, either broke or been moved, or, you know, so definitely it should, the wall should be straightened and attempt to get that liner in there. I mean,
What can we do to help? I don't know. I mean,
well, a lot of the bracing's still there, it just needs to be, you know,
put back together.
fastened, yeah, you know, pulled out, or even if you, the ground's not, you know, just the crust of it is tightened up right now with this cold weather, but you should be able to, you know, you have to relocate some, you know, some posts just to anchor down, it shouldn't be a problem. It's just be time, you know, time consuming.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we can get it in the works for like this weekend or anything. I don't know
We
what
can
you're.
try, I've been
No,
wanting to get
you
there.
can't do it by yourself though, because that gets discouraging, you know,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it, and then it's Sam and Jamie, and we get a bunch of people in there, and then maybe.
Yeah, if you get a good, you know, I don't know, 8 to 10 guys, you know, it wouldn't take that long, but it's trying to get everybody, you know, with the hunting season and everything, you know.
That's
That just
over now, so
Yeah,
there
that
should
just
be.
passed, but everybody, a lot of guys are gone.
Can't use that for excuse.
No.
We can dig up as many as we can.
Busy, so you got plenty of guys.
Yeah, the honeymoon one.
If you can work on it, Joe, let me know, and we'll see if we can get a bunch of people together when you do.
Yeah, because it's gonna have to be rather quickly, you know, before like this weather changes, you know, it's
If
definitely.
we get the liner in there and the water in it, maybe it gets work on the walls after. I don't know. Does it attach
Yeah,
to
well,
it?
it'd be just, well, you're gonna have to have something where the liner comes up and it's gonna have to be, you know, a thin, you know, fastening just to hold the liner there, so until the water gets in there. But
The main thing is to get the liner in there, and
Right.
then.
definitely just make sure that ground is prepped, you know, because if there's sharp rocks or they get some of those twig, you know, like weeds that grow in there, and then when they die off, they're sharp as a nail.
Yeah.
So just to make sure it's prepped right, and should be good to go, but it's just getting, you know,
Yeah.
getting some help there.
Well, holler at me and let's see if we can get some more people. I don't know. When you're ready, you know,
Yeah, well, it's.
it won't do you any good to go up by yourself nor me. You need
Right.
people together in order to do anything, so. We'll try to
Okay.
get some more volunteers.
Yeah, we'll make some phone calls here, see.
Was there anything on that list that, he was requesting, like Fred or the guys to do, is that?
Nothing that we have.
No.
The tractor Fred has isn't gonna work, that's too big for in there. The only thing we'd have maybe would be the skid steer.
Oh, now the poles, they mentioned the post hole there, now that would be just for the poles for, I would assume, the lights or something on the outside of that wall. So it wouldn't be like, the tractor would be inside the.
Yeah, well, we got a tractor that could run it, but we don't have a post hole digger.
I have theirs, I have one, so. Okay, we can try it, hopefully on some of those stuff that were buried there.
I don't know what's down there.
Yeah, there's quite a few there.
There's stuff buried there.
Okay, so we'll try to get that off the ground, see if we can get that done. The website for the town, there's an outfit, North Shore Solutions out of Clarkson University. Got a hold of us about a week ago about it, or maybe, well, I guess it was since last meeting, and I brought that up, I think, last meeting. And I filled out the application. They've done other towns. They've got if we do it and maintain it ourselves, it's $455, I think. If they do all the work to it, get it all set up and ready to go, I think it's $455 a year. If you have them maintain it, $790 a year. I would think we'd have to give them the information to update it with anyway, so I don't know if that would even make sense to do. But they have also given us other ones to look at, and the ones that they had online looked pretty good. Looked like it would be something the town could benefit from. But I need a motion to march on with this. I would say the $455 a year would be better than the other, because we have to give them the information, we might as well put it in ourselves. We'll try
I'll make
it.
a motion.
I'll second.
And a vote, please. Ronnie?
Yes.
Leslie?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
And that 450, is that our own maintenance, is that the?
455, no, it's, no,
455.
it's not.
Give me the-
Oh, Neighborhood watch, I was trying to think of where you'd get information. I had to request about neighborhood watch on Murtaugh Hill. Well, I said, you don't have any neighbors, I don't know how anybody's gonna watch anything about it. They thought that maybe they had some suggestions in neighborhood watch that would help them. They've been robbed up there a couple times, and this last time, about a week or so ago, they got both sides of the road, and apparently got the Dooley Road, they got Irona Road, they got right here in the village. So it's become a problem. So make sure you lock your doors, I guess, is one thing to tell you, but, neighborhood watch, I got thinking about maybe the sheriff's department would have information. I don't know where else to start with it. I don't know where to get information for neighborhood watch. Anybody have any ideas? I think maybe the sheriff's department maybe could steer us in the right direction. I tried to call them tonight, but they were closed. But anyways, that's what's going on with Murtaugh Hill. They want to be part. They thought maybe even some signage saying that they were involved in neighborhood watch would help. And also they said that they have a dead end road, that Murtaugh Hill's dead end road, so they thought maybe they should have a dead end road sign.
I thought Beavertown put one up there for him last year.
I know he said he didn't have one, so I told him I'd bring it up and see if we can put one there on our end or something. I didn't.
Yeah, we can put one up, but as it first started up, I thought Beavertown had put one up there for him last year. They did have one, maybe they stole that too.
Still signing off. All right, well, that's something for us to check on anyways, and I'll try to get some more information. Maybe it's, they're looking for some kind of, they thought maybe a dead end sign would help people decide they didn't really need to be up there. And the next thing is, if they had signs saying neighborhood watch, maybe they would think that they're being watched and would break into places.
Kind of like beware of dog.
Yeah, works for me. I stay away. But if you could take care of that, Fred, I'd appreciate it, and I'll do the rest with the sheriff's department if I can. New England Waste Services sent us a letter. They're increasing the rates. The county tip fee from $60.09 to $61.27 a ton. Out of county is $72.16. It's going to $73.78 a ton, or $73.58 a ton, I mean. Out of county tip fee for C&D is $82.45 a ton. It's going to $84.07 a ton. The minimum scale fee will go from $18 per load to $20 with a minimum load of 660 pounds. That's for Schuyler Falls. For Morris transfer station, current transfer station fee will go from $79.03 a ton to $80.58 a ton. The minimum scale will go from $18 to $20, but the minimum load is only 500 pounds. Just to let you know that that's, so if somebody says, hey, they're charging us what they're going up. On a brighter note, from New England Waste, they're going to increase by $20 an hour your fees for plowing and sanding. So they're going to give you $80 an hour to plow. They amended that contract. Dogs. I got our contract with Elmore SPCA is coming due. They moved out. They moved into a new building, as we saw last month. They came with the spiel. Well, the person that owns that building is on her own. Her name is Kelly Allen, and she's going to do the same thing right there. It's called Little Touch of Home. She has 27 years experience, 15 years vet experience, and she has a 97% adoption rate. And she said that she has more room. She would do it for $950 a year as opposed to $1170 that SPCA is going to do it for. But also I found in the meantime that Moore's has one that does it also, and I don't know how much they are, so they're a lot closer to home, so I'll check into Moore's and see. And then maybe what I'll have to do is poll the board to, or we could probably do it the next meeting, to come up with whichever one we're gonna sign the contract for.
And they all take all animals?
Yeah. This is the first time that we've had choices, so we'll take a look at that. I have next thing on the agenda is a survey from Clarkson University, and it's on wind power. And, well, there's a bunch of copies, is why. This girl is doing her master's thesis on, or she's doing her master's on wind, so I don't know where I put that paper. I want the right one, because we can't figure it out. I'll pass these out here in a minute. Let me just read this here. This is a graduate student from Clarkson University. She's studying wind turbine and renewable energy siting for a master's thesis with the goal of improving the siting process for all those involved. In order to do so, I am surveying the various stakeholders to determine what is important to them in the process, as well as how it can be improved. In addition to improving the procedure itself, I also hope to communicate to manufacturers how they can improve the turbines. As a town board that has wind turbines in your area, you have valuable insight on how to improve the siting procedure for wind turbines. Would you be interested in filling out a survey about the wind turbine siting process? You can answer as many or as few questions as you would like, and your personal information will be kept confidential and separate from the surveys. I have enclosed consent forms in the surveys as well as stamped envelopes for your convenience. You will find my contact information on the consent form. If you fill out the survey, please do not write your name on the survey itself, but place the survey in one of the provided envelopes, along with a completed consent form. Please write any contact information you would like to provide on the back of the consent form or on the envelope. If you do not wish to be contacted after the survey, please note that on the consent form as well. It'd be nice to be able to help her. She also has on one of these, I didn't copy the back of it, it just tells the privacy part of it. But if anybody would fill these out, town board members and anyone else that would do it, would be appreciated. Let's see. I'll just send them.
One time.
Come back again.
We'll let Fred out of it, he's got to do it. One Fred.
You want Fred?
I'll give Ronnie too.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Think so, though.
Let's see, those all set for town board. Let's say at the top here, not that much. Town board, and then after the process. And these are for landowners and neighbors. Anybody out there would like to do one for her? Would be appreciated. Separate them. She, will help a college girl.
Forget to say one for Rob, appreciate that.
Sure. I've been talking for 2 weeks.
Have you?
Yeah.
Poor kid needs a start. Somebody gotta give her a start. Now you folks will do it, I've got a pile of them here that's crisscrossed up there. So. And this was her letter. Pass it. Where I can find it, still one. So maybe they can change some of the process, or, you know, at least she can work on her project if we can give her some feedback. We got a thing from LaBerge, asking if they could help fill out the paperwork for the FEMA. You know how much that costs. But we did it ourselves, the first one, and we got a check for $9,572.59. Danielle did all the paperwork, Danielle and I. And the $9,572.59. That goes back to you, Fred, because you spent the money originally.
No, that's for the first flood, right?
Yeah, that's the first thaw, or whatever you want to call it. The paperwork for the final, or for the flood itself, or for the hurricane, whatever you want to call it, is still in the process. He's supposed to come in and sit down with her. We've got our part done. I mean, a little bit easier a second time around because we knew more of what we had to have, so we were set for him to come, and she just didn't want him today because of the board meetings, too hectic, but we'll be here probably this week and get the final paperwork on the larger portion.
You expect to be paid more money on the second, first?
Yeah, man, I would think so. I have no idea.
Yeah, like the $9,000 that we got from FEMA, what percentage of it did it pay for the repairs we had done?
Probably a third. Well, that's all they're gonna give you. Was it about a third? Hopefully, you know, we get some more. We're right into it and trying, so we'll soon find out. All right, anything else for the board before I go on to the supervisor's report?
I just had a couple things. I had someone mention it to me, and I think it's a good idea that our town, some of the town representatives have a photo ID, such as dog control officer, someone from the assessing office, building codes, that go onto personal property and measuring and whatnot. They would have some proof that why they're there. I just think it's something we should think about. Because you have, you know, so many things happen now, people go on, you know, especially elderly people, you've got, and people are trying to take advantage of them, and then you don't really, we know who our people are in this position, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody in the town does, and new people that move in.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Anyone that has to approach someone's home would have,
You know, if
should
they're
have
going
be
on
able to
personal
display.
property, they should, you know, when they're doing things like that, they should
For
have some kind
everybody's
of
safety,
proof.
there and then. so-
Right, yeah.
Well, we'll find a,
You know,
where
or
they
somebody,
do that
you
kind
know,
of thing.
is driving up there and somebody pulls a gun out to get off your property.
We'll see if we can find out where they do those IDs and try to get
You know,
some.
I just think it's something that we
I think it's a good idea.
think about. The other thing, and it's not something that's gonna happen overnight, but I think maybe it would be good to have any position that anyone holds in the town, whether it be appointed or elected, that there be a job description and what is expected of that individual and what they can expect in return.
That's pretty much done through the county itself, but they would work on something.
Well, I mean,
I think
If-
civil service has
Yeah.
you know, sometimes somebody will say, well, isn't that Fred's job? Well, no, that's Larry's job. Well, you know, shouldn't Fred's men be doing this? And, you know, there's just something to be able to say specifically. I mean, I know a lot of things that the town guys do for the town isn't necessarily road related. And maybe it's not really part of their job description, it's more of a courtesy. I just think, you know, that's something that wouldn't happen overnight.
Right.
Hey,
There's a little bit of-
just something to think about. That's it, all I have.
Okay.
That's it?
That's it.
Anyone else?
No,
Okay, supervisor's report?
I make a motion to accept supervisor's report.
yeah, I'll second it.
And a vote, please. Ronnie,
Yes.
Joey,
Yes.
Larry,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Jean.
Yes.
And we gotta approve the bills. Motion for that.
I'll make a motion.
I'll
to approve.
second.
Where's our
I'll second
Go
it.
down?
Then,
No.
yeah.
Haven't seen
You
it,
done with this, Joe?
Oh, my.
Yes.
Who moved that?
unless it's way down here at the bottom.
It should be.
Guess we don't have to pay them this month.
Bills?
Okay, separated then there. Joe, would you take it?
Did I take one now?
The thing to sign,
The signature
Form
sheet?
to
I don't
sign,
believe-
pay the bills.
it's not in here.
Oh, my. This is yours, right?
I don't want to say no distractions.
Yeah.
Everybody look through their stuff, make sure you don't have it.
Is this the first? We got one for a sheet before?
Yeah, once, remember somebody took it home?
He did! I remember
Check
that.
one more time.
No.
Doesn't come out.
Oh, my God. It was here. Yeah,
You'll find it soon.
it was here. Larry was half over there in his stuff.
Here, you can have it. I don't wanna go out of here with it. It was on your file in the.
It was on the file.
Maybe it's in your
box.
office.
No, it was here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, vote to pay the bills, and then before anybody can leave, we'll have to find it. And that way I can talk to whoever needs to talk to.
It's not in here.
Can I make a motion, have a motion to pay the bills?
Yes, we,
I think we already did.
No, we did a supervisor's report.
Oh, I thought we did this.
yeah, I made a motion to approve.
And I think I seconded it.
Okay.
All of them.
If I could be done with one.
You need to have a copy.
I don't think so.
Right, you're gonna feel bad.
Okay, and a vote please, Larry?
Yes.
Leslie? Yes. Jean?
Yes.
Ronnie? Joey?
Yes.
Let me just for kicks go behind that.
I need a motion to close the meeting, except the board can't leave until we find that paper.
Motion to adjourn?
Yeah, I'll second it.
I don't know.
Did you get a vote for us to?
Yes. Yes. Joey and Ronnie. Yes.
You finish up.
The last two sheets did that. They said, yeah, they did. I said, yes.
Thank you folks for coming, but I'll stay in coffee, anybody needs us.
On the calendar. I'm baby. Sleep all night.
Anyone like the survey?